Welcome in to Steelers Talk Yinzers. My name is Jack Sperry, and today I'm going to be talking about George Pickens and why I think he could be the next DeAndre Hopkins in the National Football League. But before we get into that, make sure you smash that like button, that thumbs up icon, and like today's video. We put in a ton of work here at Steelers Talk to give you guys the best daily Steelers news and rumors content on YouTube, 100% free. If you want to thank us for that effort, go ahead and click that, not the subscribe button, that like video right now. All right, so now the big question on my mind and the focus of this video is going to be whether or not George Pickens is going to be the next DeAndre Hopkins in the National Football League. Now, what is DeAndre Hopkins? He's somebody that's a little bit slower. You know, he's got some good wheels, but not great wheels, but he's got a big body. He's got great hands. He's one of the best contested ball winners in the National Football League. So number one, they've got a very similar body styles, body types, right? They're both bigger wide receivers. They're both not the fastest, but they're both quick for their size. And George Pickens is even a little bit bigger than DeAndre Hopkins. Pickens is 6'3", 201, and Hopkins is a little bit heavier at 6'1", 212 pounds. And, you know, you look at the size that these guys bring. They can be true X receivers, playing on the outside, winning contested balls. They've got the size to win over smaller corners. They have the strength, but they also have the wheels in order to win against the bigger, slower corners, which makes these guys particularly dangerous, especially when they're going to be in their primes here coming up, especially for George Pickens. So let me know what you guys think about George Pickens heading into 2023. Will he be over or under 9.5 touchdowns here in 2023? If you think he's going to be over and get to double digits here, type O for over. Or if you think he's going to be under, type U for under down in the comment section. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's show. So whenever YouTube throws you an ad break here, do me a favor, take advantage of that time by answering today's question. All right, so the second reason why I think George Pickens could be the next DeAndre Hopkins is because they both have an alpha mentality. And I am somebody that truly believes that to be a true number one wide receiver in the National Football League, you got to be an alpha. You got to be somebody that goes out there and fears nobody. And we saw over the course of his Georgia career, and then, of course, during his rookie season with the Pittsburgh Steelers, that Pickens does not back down to anyone. He is an absolute dog in the run game. He's somebody that goes out there, gives it his all on every single play, and he is not going to get bullied by anyone. He is going to be the enforcer, going out there and winning his matchup, whether it be running a route, whether it be getting a contested catch, whether it be blocking somebody in the run game. He brings his all on every single play, and both of these guys, DeAndre Hopkins and George Pickens, share that mentality. And I definitely think that Pickens is the type of guy that is going to be able to take that mentality, put it into his work ethic during the off seasons, and get better year after year after year. And because of that alpha mentality, I really don't see anybody on the Steelers roster other than him over the next decade really asserting themselves as the number one wide receiver on this team for years to come. And if you want an awesome Steelers t-shirt combo for this summer, if your wardrobe could use a little bit more black and gold, you can get this awesome Steelers t-shirt combo on the Chat Sports website right now at chatsports.com/Steelers combo. Really like the white long sleeve for summer because, you know, if you wear black during the summer, it's super gross and hot. And, you know, it's just not so great, but a white one works much, much better. I also love the designs on both of these shirts. So if you need a nice dynamic duo here for the summer, go ahead and go to chatsports.com/Steelers combo to get these two shirts in your closet today. Number 3 on my list of reasons why George Pickens could be the next DeAndre Hopkins is that he's got elite hands. Okay, now having good hands is a must for any National Football League wide receiver. If you're going to be on the field, you cannot have a drop problem, plain and simply. And if you do, you better be pretty dynamic with the ball in your hands. But George Pickens last year showed that he has got some of the best mitts in the National Football League. He's got one of the widest catch radiuses out of any wide receiver in this league right now. Of course, DeAndre Hopkins has been the same way for a very, very long time. One-handed catches, one-armed catches, you know, getting catches over an opposing defender, right? It's definitely going to be interesting to see what George Pickens is going to be able to do because in his rookie season, he was one of the best contested ball winners in the National Football League last year, right? 52 catches to 84 targets, 800 yards, 15.4 yards per catch, which tells me that he is catching the ball down the field, which is what you want to see. They led the Steelers last year with 4 receiving touchdowns. Other than Chase Claypool, he was the only Steelers receiver to have a touchdown reception. That just goes to show you how ineffective the Steelers were in the red zone when it comes to the passing game in 2022. But this is the real point that I want to make here, which really differentiates these guys from the rest of the league, which is body control. Right, body control for guys of this size is absolutely invaluable, where it's one of the most valuable things you can look for in a potential number 1 wide receiver. Right, it allows you to make acrobatic catches, and if you combine the body control here that these two gentlemen have with the hands, it combines to make catches like this one that George Pickens made against the Cleveland Browns last year. In prime time. Like, it was one of the best catches I have ever seen, and apparently this wasn't even his best catch. Apparently his catches in practice are like twice what this catch is, and I just can't imagine that. Right, this catch is one of the best catches I've ever seen. I expect George Pickens to have a number of these types of catches here in 2023, and I can't wait to see what's in store for the potential star wide receiver as he heads into his second year here in the NFL. And he's truly a special player. He's definitely a special talent. And, it's not just in the games, right? It's in practices. He is making these acrobatic catches because he's able to control his body. He's able to use his elite hands while he's moving in the air. And it's just absolutely incredible to watch. If you've ever seen him live, you understand the kind of athleticism and talent that George Pickens possesses. And when you're at his size, with the hands that he has, with his route running ability, that combines to a future number 1 alpha type wide receiver in the National Football League that compares to a guy like this, DeAndre Hopkins, who can make catches that are absolutely ridiculous. Like, both of these guys have elite body control and elite hands, elite size, elite strength. These guys, when they're going to be in their primes, they're going to be absolutely fantastic, and that's my expectation for George Pickens heading into his sophomore season. Are those high expectations? Absolutely, but with the talent that we possess here in the Steel City, I absolutely think that that is worthy of the praise and the hype. It's just going to be a matter of time here until George Pickens shows up and shows the world that he is the next star wide receiver here in the National Football League. So let me know what you guys think about George Pickens down in the comments section. Is George Pickens the next DeAndre Hopkins? Give me a hell yes or give me a hell no down there in the comments section. For me, you guys know my answer. I'm going to go a big hell yes here. I think George Pickens has the talent to be a true number 1 wide receiver, and I think that's going to show here for the 2023 season. It's going to be it for today's show, guys. Really do appreciate all the support for the channel. If you're a real one and you made it to the end of today's show, why haven't you subscribed yet? Don't be that guy that watches to the end of every video and doesn't subscribe. We got free and daily Steelers content for you here on the channel. Take advantage of that right now by clicking that subscribe button. And if you want some additional Steelers content, go ahead and find me on Twitter at Jack_Sperry. That'll be it for me today, guys. Really do appreciate all the support. And until next time, here we go, Steelers.